Hello Gemini, welcome to your August reading. I'd like to make an apology for no July reading. I've been really busy and I'm just starting to catch up now. So let's get into your August reading and see what we have for you. Okay Gemini, we have some very interesting looking cards here. We have the Emperor, the Two of Swords and the Three of Cups. Now the Emperor to me is a source of great wisdom and energy. The Emperor is the tactician, if you like. He's able to vision how he wants things to manifest, and he's able to put structures and methods in place to create things going forward. There's very much a martial energy here with the ram, the Aries symbol here. So this is speaking about kind of moving forward in a very powerful way. But there's a caveat with this martial energy in that sometimes it can be a little bit too brash and forceful. And so I feel that there's a kind of a duality in the message here today for you, in that it speaks about you allowing yourself to use your creativity and your skill in envisaging and kind of planning, but not to kind of push forward and bulldoze through certain things. There's an energy of creativity, but there's also a little kind of immaturity, if I can say that. There needs to be some temperance here. It's just the feeling I'm getting. I need to kind of put it out there for whoever needs to hear it. We have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords speaks about kind of a decision needing to be made. The Two of Swords in the traditional deck shows a lady with two swords and she's blindfolded, and she's sitting with her back to a body of water. This shows that there's a confusion in the decision that she needs to make. She's unsure and she's not seeing what she needs to see. But in my mind, the body of water is the body of emotion that we sometimes carry and avoid. And so what she needs to do is to be brave enough to remove the blindfold and dive deep into the water in order to examine each and every part of the things that she needs to decide upon. Now, in this card, we have the kind of ties of all of the thought processes that we sometimes burden ourselves with, and we're trying to balance. You see the kind of set of scales on her right arm here. She knows she needs to make a decision. She needs to weigh and balance the pros and the cons, but I think she's letting perhaps other people's thoughts and judgments and maybe her own old judgments and processes get in her way. So what we need to do is pick things apart, untie the knots here, and allow ourselves to see each strand as it is. And then we have the Three of Cups, which kind of traditionally signifies network. It signifies celebration. It signifies a sisterhood or brotherhood. It signifies our connections. It can be our family, our friends, our soul brothers and sisters. And what this says to me is there's a potential that there's isolation going on here, that you're taking on too much of the responsibility and you're allowing certain maybe thoughts of pride or thoughts of responsibility, or you're allowing kind of presets to disrupt how you move forward organically. I don't know why I'm saying this, but there's the Three of Cups here, and it shows me that this is important. It shows me that there is more available to you to draw upon than you're actually tapping into right now. I'm actually going to draw some clarity cards now because I feel this needs some depth. Okay, Gemini, we have the Eight of Cups over the Emperor. It's starting to get a little clearer here. I feel as though you've been on this mission to manifest. You've been on this mission to create, to establish something, perhaps to kind of batter your way through some issues and obstacles here. The Eight of Cups comes along when we are dissatisfied with what has manifested, what has been produced, what has been offered, if you like. Cups being our emotional state, our abundance. And there's certainly dissatisfaction here. You know that there's more that is due to you. You know that there is more out there for you. We have the sun and the moon here in the card, which indicates you have kind of a universal blessing, if you like, and you're off on the journey to search out the missing cup. There's an energy here of knowing that there's a better way, if you like, there's a better state of being. Then we have the High Priestess over the Two of Swords. Now remember what I was saying about the body of water and our emotions. Water also indicates intuition, and here we have the Priestess coming in to show you that there's a voice inside you, there's an understanding or a knowledge inside you that is waiting to be kind of brought to the surface, that is waiting to be heard. And so not to ignore or to kind of close your eyes to that truth within you, that this is your mission, this is who you are, and it needs to be brought to the surface. We always see the High Priestess in a reading when we kind of need a pit stop, we need guidance, we need to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and where we're going. And so I think this is about how you're going as much as where. And I think that the High Priestess is trying to say, that little voice inside you, that message, those few words that you're hearing that you kind of know, you need to allow those to percolate and to come up and to kind of get the light of day and examine them and see where that takes you. Over the Three of Cups, we have the Five of Wands. Wands indicating your growth, sometimes your spirituality. Growth is all about, it starts with your inner mind, your inner workings. So the fives indicate a stress point, a point of learning, a battle in some circumstances. So I wouldn't mind betting that you've been fighting against a block, as I've said, and this needs to happen to show you what's holding you back. It always, in hindsight, shows us how we kind of brought about this lesson to us to show us where we're blocked. I'm going to draw you an advice card now. Okay, so just to retouch on this, I feel the block is to do with how you connect with people, how you're whether you value the network around you, whether you rely on the network around you, if you can trust the network around you to take some of the burden. I think maybe this is what the battle is here, is an inner battle to do with trust, perhaps. I don't know who that belongs to, but I needed to say it. So then the advice card is this card, Abundance. This guy is kind of very relaxed and open. You notice his chest is bared and he's sitting in a very open and relaxed way. And we have the dualities here showing that he has all that he needs around him. This is a state of being that you're kind of aiming for. But if you're looking for balance, there needs to be balance within before you experience it outside of yourself. And so this is about, it tells you that you work on what's going on inside yourself. If there's imbalance in your thought pattern, in your beliefs, the root of your self-belief is about, lack or something like that. It is going to show up. It's going to disconnect you from the abundance that you seek. Okay, one outcome card now for August for Gemini. So we've had the Three of Swords. Interesting that we've got the 3 and the 3 here. It brings me up to 6, and I feel as though 6 is about getting balance back. So between these two cards, you have the 3 of Cups, which is about connection, network, support, and then you have the 3 of Swords, which is about past pain and kind of isolation, if you like, and holding on to the things that hold you back, and holding on to negative thinking, bad self-esteem, etc., etc. There needs to be balance here. You need to reach out to your network. You need to understand that no man is an island, etc., etc. I feel as though this is the battle that's going on within, and this is the decision with the 2 of Swords that you need to make. Dive into those waters and discover why you're holding back from making those connections. The 3 of Swords talks about things that we bring forward with us from our past, and sometimes we need to let those go because they influence our future going forward, and we don't want a repeat of the same. So let go of those ties, let go of those pains. Take the wisdom with you, but not the feeling. I'll leave your reading there, Gemini, and let me know how you feel, and I'll see you next time.